But why are big retailers issuing or looking at issuing stable coins out of their own? Stable coins seem to be the new buzzword in 2025. I swear I can't pick up a Wall Street Journal at least once a week and see some headline with stable coins. It's either stable coins or Trump. Or those headlines they're always there. Um, but what I'm looking at is I recently read that Walmart and Amazon may be looking into using stable coins to get away from using traditional payment systems. And this costs them billions and billions of dollars a year in fees, which we've not heard about. We know that. And this includes interchange fees that occur when customers make purchases. Here's a famous one, using those credit cards.
And this is just something, we got an advertiser, I don't know if you saw this, they just sent us a thing that they're going to start charging the 3.5% merchant fee.
Who's going?
I'm not going to say it on air.
so
It's something we use.
Oh, something that we use.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
yes, somebody else.
and it's like, oh, now we have to think about, again, not using a credit card because it's like, well, I guess the ACH pull is going to be cheaper than maybe using a 3.5%
Right.
fee for the credit card. And it's like, gosh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
And it just seems like some of these merchants are getting so frustrated with the credit cards. Maybe these stable coins will be an alternative. I know JP Morgan as well, they're talking about utilizing stable coins. I mean, there's all these potential use cases for it. And, you might be saying, well, what is a stable coin? Easiest way I'm going to put it here. It is a coin that is supposed to be backed by a 1-to-1 exchange ratio with dollars or other government currencies. In other words, reserves of cash and dollars would have to equal the value of the stable coins that were in the market. And it is kind of, I almost want to say like a money market that people are using to transact, because the whole point is it's supposed to have a consistent base to it. It's not like Bitcoin where it's going to be jumping up and down 5% a day. Keyword here, stable coin. So that's why you can transact with it. And I think the reason people are utilizing it or looking at it is, again, it's on the blockchain. So it allows for the transaction to occur more efficiently and at a faster pace, essentially.
Yeah, and it's something that's, again, progress moving forward. And you wonder, well, who's going to be hurt the most by this? Well, guess who? Visa and MasterCard, who collect billions of dollars in fees from merchants, would likely be the ones most at risk. And I believe if the stable coins were to become a reliable source of these transactions, you could see Visa and MasterCard, and they trade at lofty levels. Last time we checked, they did. I think you could see those stocks cut in half. And they've had this long run, I'm going to say for like 20 years. Well, nothing lasts forever. And I think that they could be in some trouble.
I can't believe this. I mean, we know the Genius Act. I think that's a funny name, but it was passed in the Senate this past week, and now it's heading to the House. Visa was only down about 5%. And I'm like, that's pretty crazy considering this could be, I think, a huge hit to their business. And you talked about valuation, it still trades at over 30 times earnings. So, I mean, if you have declining business all of a sudden now and high multiples, I mean, that would crush this company.
And I don't think they have any other business.
I don't think so either.
Like Google has different businesses. Other businesses have other revenue sources. MasterCard and Visa, one source, the fees.
Yeah, and I think that's where, again, Jamie Dimon, he's arguably the best banker of all time. I think he's so smart being ahead of things and testing out different things like the stablecoin, because that could be an opportunity for them down the road to maybe even steal market share from the payment systems that rely so much on Visa and MasterCard. And I mean, we talked about this, but merchants have tried in the past to somehow get around the card-based systems from Visa and MasterCard, again, by implementing merchant fees. It seems to be the latest way that they try and get around it, but I tell you, it pisses off the consumer.
Yeah.
But each time they have continued to fail at getting around these players, because again, Visa and MasterCard, it's so easy for the consumer to use them. You get nice points, rewards. I mean, there's a lot of enticement to using those payment platforms. But again, things change. It could be a big problem.
And I got to admit, I don't feel 100% comfortable with the stable coins. I mean, it's a very simple concept, but there's more to it that you got to see behind the curtain, so to speak. And this is also true of many regulators. That's why perhaps it may not pass the House, because if you don't understand something, you don't want to pass something with the Genius Act, which again, I don't know where the name came from. But it appears that the new technology is coming, and if Visa and MasterCard are replaced, well, I'm wondering, who gets the benefit here? Is it going to be, because all those billions and billions of dollars of transaction fees, who gets the benefit? The merchant? Are they going to keep all that? Or does the consumer get the benefit of that? I have my feelings, but what do you think?
I think it's going to be like tariffs where it's the opposite, though, where, the benefit will be shared. So the tariffs, the costs are shared amongst the different
Right.
players. I think this would be the same thing, because what should happen is the companies would get the initial benefit, or again, a company like JP Morgan Chase might benefit
Right.
and be a new player in the space. But then also what they'll do is those companies will, now they need to fight for market share. So
Yeah.
I'm going to cut prices a little bit to try and steal the consumer share of it as well. So I think on net, the benefit would be shared across the board.
I think it's going to be merchant. I think they're going to keep all the fees.
We'll see. I mean,
We'll see. Yeah.
it's,
So
interesting stuff.
all this comes from our newsletter, Smart